So, in the last episode, I visited Manic Minors Toystore in Warrington and covered their extensive range of vintage toys and collectibles. Now, they also stock many retro games, computers and consoles, and it's these we're taking a look at today. And we're back in the game room. So what did I get from Manic Minors Toystore? Now, if you've seen my previous videos, I got the NECA Robocop with chair, which, well, I had a case of buyer's regret. So I took that along with me and we did a trade for, first of all, Paperboy on the Atari Lynx. And the box has seen better days, but it is complete with all the paperwork, and it's even got some French instructions because this came from Atari France. So even though all the text on the box is English, there's an Atari France sticker on there. Next up, I got Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge for the Amstrad CPC. This came out in 1990. Was one of my favourite driving games on the Commodore 64 and then later on the Amiga. And as you can see, it's a Spectrum port, which is a shame because I would have loved to have seen this in Mode 0, which utilises the Amstrad's full colour palette. And the final game is the Cyber Shinobi on the Master System in a really, really nice, well looked after box. And it's got the instructions as well. So I've never played this game, but I love the original Shinobi. In fact, I could play the original Shinobi every day for the rest of my life and never get bored. It's always a go-to game whenever I go to Arcade Club or play Blackpool. And one thing I've noticed about Master System games is they always seem to have really well looked after boxes. It's very rare that I come across any tatty boxes or boxes with any like water damage or sun fading. I mean, I've got a hell of a lot of Master System games at the moment and they're all really well looked after, so maybe I'm just lucky and I just managed to find some really nice conditioned Master System games. So that is the Cyber Shinobi. So like I said, those 3 games were part of the trade, but I did buy something else in addition to those. Now it's something I had back in the 90s. I had it for about 5 or 6 years until the PlayStation 2 came out, where I traded it in because I didn't need it anymore because the PlayStation 2 played the same games. And I'm sure you can guess what that is. And that is a nice minty boxed PlayStation 1, or just PlayStation. They didn't rebrand it as PlayStation 1 or PS1 until after the PS2 came out. They made it into like a tiny little white console, where I do prefer the original look of the original PlayStation. And of course it's got the old PlayStation controllers without the analog sticks. Now the one I had back in the day was the PlayStation Value Pack, which came with 2 of these controllers and a memory card. And he did have that, but one of the controllers was the ones with the analog sticks and there was no memory card, so I opted for this one. And as a thank you for doing the video, he threw in a free analog controller. So this is the original Sony PlayStation analog controller, so I don't think it's got the dual shock function. It doesn't feel heavy enough to have the dual shock weights in there. But yeah, it's a bit dirty, just needs cleaning up, some muck in all the grooves, but that's easily fixed. Now, the reason why I didn't buy too much is because it's the Leeds video game market on Saturday, and that video will be next week, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye!